Good evening. This is the Planning Commission meeting for December 6, 2011. Roll call, please.
Vice Chair Samut.
Here.
Chair Peterson.
Here.
Commissioner Biasotti.
Here.
Commissioner Mishra.
Here.
Commissioner Johnson and Commissioner Chase are out of town, so they cannot make it tonight. And who am I forgetting? Bob Marshall has a conflict of interest on the only item on the agenda, so he will not be here tonight as well.
Very good. Thank you. I'd like to ask Commissioner Samut to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First item on the agenda is approval of the minutes for September 20. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, and a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. Communications, staff?
Just the usual. If the people watching at home want to see the packet tonight, they could go to sanbruno.ca.gov and they could go into the community development section. You could find the PDFs of all the Planning Commission packet as well as the staff reports. And then the second thing is there on the agenda there was there's city staff discussion, there's presentation from the city attorney on the Brown Act. Since we only have 4 members here tonight, we'll be delaying that until the new year when their city attorney, Mark Zaffarano, will give the full Planning Commission a presentation.
Thank you very much. Item number 3 is public comment for items not on the agenda. The public may comment on anything that is not on the agenda at this time. Seeing none, we'll move on to the item number 4, announcement of conflict of interest. Commissioner Marshall has a conflict. He's not here. Is there anyone else? Okay. Item 5, public hearings. Number A, 588 San Mateo Avenue. It's a request for a use permit and parking exception to allow a dance studio within the CBD district per chapters 1296, 120C7 and 12-100, 120 of the zoning ordinance. Staff report, please.
Thank you and good evening. As stated, the applicant has applied for a use permit and parking exception application to operate a dance studio within the CBD zone. The site is located on the east side of San Mateo Avenue and is currently developed with a 1,862 square foot commercial building. This is a relatively new building and recently passed the final building inspections earlier this year in 2011. The site was previously developed with a 1,201 square foot commercial building and was operating as a grocery store and specialty restaurant. That building was demolished in 2005 to make way for the new building that's presently located on site. Regarding the proposal, the applicant plans to offer a variety of physical improvement courses, yoga classes, and dance classes. The general hours of operation would be Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. to 9 p.m., Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Sundays, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. The applicant also plans to incorporate a retail component and will display and sell product lines related to the dancing industry. In analyzing a proposal of this type, staff really takes a good look at the existing land uses along San Mateo Avenue, and there's essentially 3 basic land uses that are prevalent on San Mateo Avenue. 1 is general retail establishments, 2 are restaurants, and 3 are different types of commercial recreation facilities. This is a type of commercial recreation facility. However, the applicant will be incorporating that small retail component. And with that retail component, staff really does find that this proposed use is consistent with the other uses along San Mateo Avenue. Additionally, the applicant or any new business will generate increased foot traffic along San Mateo Avenue, so this will benefit the surrounding businesses and the greater downtown environment as a whole. Regarding parking, technically 1 additional parking space is required when you compare this use to the pre-existing grocery store specialty restaurant use. Staff recently conducted a parking survey of 3 city-owned parking lots located in close proximity to the subject site. I believe there's a total of 185 parking spaces within this parking study area. Generally, the result of that study indicated that the city lots were underutilized, as there was only a 52% occupancy rate. Therefore, staff finds that there is enough parking in the area to accommodate the proposed use. Staff did send a public notice to all property owners within 300 feet of the subject site, and we haven't received any comments. Overall, staff is supportive of this project. We do find that it will be a great addition to the downtown environment, and we would recommend that the Planning Commission approve this use permit and parking exception request based on findings of fact 1 through 5 and conditions of approval 1 through 9. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any commission questions for staff? Thank you very much, staff. Now we'll move on to the public hearing. I'd like to invite the applicant to make a presentation, and or not, at your pleasure. Could you step to the microphone and please give your name?
Good evening. My name is Jenny Scotua, and I'm in the field teaching like almost 20 years. And my first job is preschool teacher in the morning, but also I'm professional dancer like for almost 20 years in my country, Colombia, South America. And then normally I was teaching Zumba here like around 5 years, and I have a lot of experience teaching, and that's why I go to offer for San Bruno community, because I was working here with the seniors like 2 years before, and also with Kaiser Permanente Hospital and the health department, and Colma Community Center too. That's why I want to offer over here, because I'm San Bruno community, I live in San Bruno, and really I want to improve more activities and offer more entertainment for all my community. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Does any of the commissioners have any questions for the applicant? No? Okay. Seeing no one else present, I'll close the public hearing and bring the matter back to the commission for discussion.
If there's no discussion, I'd like to propose that the Planning Commission approve use permit 11-013 and parking exception 11-001 based on findings of fact 1 through 5 and conditions of approval 1 through 9.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously, and there is a 10-day appeal period. Thank you very much. Moving on to the next agenda item, discussion, city staff discussion.
All right, since we are delaying the Brown Act discussion, the next one is selection of January 12th ARC members. Commissioner Biasotti, Commissioner Mishra, Commissioner Samut, thank you. The next one is I mainly wanted to update
Didn't have many options. But we really didn't have many options on that.
That's
so.
true. That's true. Well, you could have always got me to call around before going back to you. Also wanted to go over the progress of the reconstruction of the Crestmore Glenview area. The Planning Commission has in front of them a map that details at what stage of construction the 17 homeowners who had major damage to the home, as well as the 38 homeowners that lost their entire properties. As you can see now, there's of the 38 properties that were destroyed, 12 now have been issued building permits and are under construction or will be under construction shortly. And we have another 6 that are either in the planning or building review. So by, within the next probably 2-3 months, 18 of the 38 homes will be under construction. So there is a lot of progress being made. And the first homeowners to complete their homes should be done sometime within the next month or so, and wanting to move in. So the contractors have been doing a great job out there. Our building inspectors have been doing a great job out there trying to expedite this process and get people back in their homes as quickly as possible. There's now 6 total properties that are owned by PG&E. That is there's 2 homes that are homes that have suffered major damage, so yellow tag homes that PG&E is fixing them up, and then they will sell those homes. There's another home on Concord that was fully standing, what we would call a green tag home, because there was only minor damage suffered. They're in the process of selling that house, and they may have already done that sale. And then there's 3 vacant lots that PG&E owns at this time. One of those lots is going to be sold back to a resident who is going to build a larger single-family home on, or larger, single-story home on 2 lots. And then 2 other ones are just vacant lots at this time. And then the 17 homes that suffered major damage, all of them have been issued building permits, so they're all in some stage of construction or already complete. 6 of those have been complete, and then the other 11, are under construction or about to begin construction. So if you haven't driven through that neighborhood recently, I'd recommend you do it. The road's open now for a few months, and you could see how the neighborhood's progressing. Take any questions.
Thank you. I'd like to compliment you as the leader of the staff effort on this planning and building process, and of course the entire staff. I haven't really followed events like this elsewhere, but it seems to me that this is progressing at a really fast rate for something that happened a little more than a year ago. And the homes that are there are a beautiful example. The ones that are either done or almost done, it's looking much better. I think it's really the antidote for a tough situation.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The next item is Planning Commission discussion. Any commissioners have items? No? Okay. Well, with that, I'll go to item 7, adjournment. Thank you for coming. Have a happy holiday.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.